show you where to find, jump, or replace your battery and replace your alternator for the 2007 through 2017 models of the Buick Enclave, Chevy Traverse, GMC Acadia, or Saturn Outlook. My battery died and you can jump it under the hood with the ground on the left and the positive under the cover. Or go find the battery hidden in the floor behind the right front passenger seat. The screw was just hand tight for me, otherwise you'll need a Torx bit. Just lift up the panel, the cover. Once started, my multimeter shows the alternator is not charging the battery. My battery had to be replaced, so use a 13mm socket. Use 10mm sockets to disconnect the battery terminals here. One thing to note, take your vehicle in to get tested at any auto parts store. They'll test your battery and alternator or check your engine codes so that you can confirm what problems there might be. Your safety is paramount. Use jacks, jack stands, wheel chocks, and set your parking brake. Alright, here is our alternator right there. Three 10mm bolts to release the fluid reservoir here. Push on the back end when you're prying with a screwdriver to try to avoid breaking that plastic bit. Once it's free, just move it off out of your way. Use a flathead screwdriver to pop out the plastic reusable rivets here. I use a small bungee cord to hold the flap up out of the way. I used a 1/2-inch drive breaker bar, but you can use a 1/2-inch drive ratchet if you wish. Pull it to the rear of the vehicle to loosen the belt. I use a 15mm socket to break free the nut holding this bracket. Just squeeze this here. This 15mm nut was on there very tight, so I used a second wrench to give me leverage to break the nut free. And just move that to the side there. 13mm socket to disconnect this electrical terminal. $15mm. Wrench here. If you have a ratcheting wrench, it works a little bit better. It's pretty tight quarter, so it's difficult to get a normal socket into that area. Most sockets won't fit in there, it's just too tight.
So this right here, the very end is a 7. This one right here is a 7, and this is a 15.
Using a 7mm socket to take out that alternator stud. Here's the alternator stud right here, and you can see below the alternator is now free to come out. It is a bit of a pain to get that alternator out. Remove the oil dipstick and make sure to take this pulley out as you maneuver that alternator out. Be careful to keep the hardware together. Here is the pulley. Before you put the alternator studs in, make sure that pulley goes back into place.
Okay, it's pretty heavy. I had to hold the alternator in place with one hand while I started threading this bolt to secure the new alternator in place, and then I had to come over here, and it's difficult to see, but right here I started threading that into place. I'll look at it from underneath. Right there I started screwing that one into place to help also hold it. Now I'll take the second one and I'll try to get it maneuvered in here so that I can put it in this one right here. Okay, got this one all tightened up with the little bracket right here, so that's tight. Now I need to do this one right here, so I will take this guy here. There it is. Okay, so we got this clip put back in. We secured this back here, so that is finished. Now I'll put the reservoir back over here.
After all is back together and tight, make sure the belt is on correctly, and you should be good to go. Comment below if you have any questions, or if you recognize any of my background soundtrack music. Feel free to make suggestions. Please like and subscribe, as more quick and to the point, cut to it series videos are coming. Thank you for watching.